Hi everyone, my name is Chris Wyndham, and today I'll be discussing the impact of dams on fishery resources using two historical dams on the Chattahoochee River as a case study, the Eagle and Phenix Dam and the City Mills Dam located in the Columbus, Georgia and Phenix City, Alabama Fall Line Reach. This is for American Military University, EVSP 504 Fisheries Management. Focusing on today is Columbus, Georgia, and Phenix City, Alabama. It's where I was born and raised, and it falls on the Chattahoochee River, specifically in downtown Columbus, Georgia. The stretch of river sits at the transition between the Piedmont and coastal plain, and it's historically supported rocky shoals, riffles, and fast-moving water. The Eagle and Phenix Dam, built in 1882, and the City Mills Dam, built in 1907, were originally constructed for industrial power for the mills there. My grandfather actually moved there to work in that mill in the picture. Both dams were breached in the early 2010s, 2012, 2013, respectively, allowing the river to return to a more natural flow. There's this area because it's highly visible and an example of how dams affect fisheries in an urban river system, and because I'm from around the area. Studying these dams provides insight into both long-term impacts of impoundments and the ecological outcomes of dam removal. In general, dams impact fisheries by fragmenting habitat and altering the natural river process. They block fish movement, change the flow patterns, they can modify water temperature, and flood the shoals and riffles. Over time, those changes convert flowing river habitats into slow-moving or even reservoir-like conditions, which significantly alter the fish community structure. So some of the impacted species specifically from these dams were shoal bass um, that depend on the fast-flowing rocky shoal habitats that are often flooded by the impoundments. The Chattahoochee bass, they also rely on flowing waters, and there's a migratory species like the Alabama shad. They were impacted by the dams blocking access to their upstream spawning habitats. The American eel also experienced reduced upstream movement due to these barriers. And some of the things that I learned while going over this was that dams don't just block the fish, they reshape river ecosystems. Even after these dams were removed, the fishery response wasn't immediate or uniform. And habitat recovery depends on how the channel is stored and how the flows are managed and how species were using the impoundment before removal and how they're going to use it afterwards. So that shows that dam removal must be paired with long-term monitoring and adaptive fisheries management. In conclusion, the Eagle and Phoenix and City Mill dams removal demonstrate how dams can impact the fisheries and alter the habitat and connectivity. While removal can restore more natural conditions, successful fisheries recovery depends on careful planning, clear ecological goals, and ongoing monitoring. Thank you. And finally, if you want to know more, here's some of the references that I considered when making this presentation. Thank you for your time.